Hi, I'm Joshua.
And I'm Robbie. We're here today to talk to you about autism. You may be wondering, what is autism? Autism is a condition where someone's brain has developed differently. It neither means they're worse than someone who isn't neurodivergent, nor does it automatically mean they're better. We're just different. It allows us to succeed in some aspects, just like anyone else. However, there are a few traits that are common among autistic people. One being the ability to hyper-focus on a singular subject, which allows us to keep and hold and retain information, a lot of information about a specific subject that some people might not even be able to remember. For me, that's politics. I am highly interested in it. I can watch political debates, read news articles, go into the ins and outs of it, what's happening here, who's talking about that. That type of thing can allow me to lose hours just looking at it. But it also allows me to retain a lot of information about it.
And for me, it's English and Greek mythology. I can spend hours just watching shows about the different things about it. It's just so interesting to me. I can spend hours writing. I just really enjoy it. And this takes us to another subject, which is strengths of autistic people. For example, like Robbie said, our hyper focus. Our senses even, what can help us notice things that are beautiful, which it helps me stay calm. We use ear defenders. Robbie's got sunglasses, and we use different techniques sometimes as well. And this can really help us actually be able to concentrate on things. When we don't have these, it can make it hard for us.
Yeah, as Josh was saying, some of our strengths are incredibly good. Our hyper-focus, our increased senses have allowed many people to succeed because of this. One example being Albert Einstein, who is theorized to be autistic. Albert Einstein was obsessed with routine. He wore the same clothes, the same patterns, every single day. And that is very indicative of autism. You might also know him as one of the most famous scientists of all time. Another famous autistic person is one you undoubtedly have heard of, Elon Musk, richest man in the world, CEO of Tesla, SpaceX, and possibly humanity's future in space. And now for some support that we might need in our classes. As mentioned previously, Joshua and I have ear defenders and I have sunglasses. I also use IT. These types of things can really help us learn. For my sunglasses, because I'm sensitive to light, if I can wear them, it means I can focus more on my work rather than having to close my eyes. And I'm sure Joshua will feel the same about this. Our ear defenders allow us to block out noise, which can be distracting or sometimes even painful for us.
Exactly. And like I also said, we use different methods, which I'm not going to go into. But it's really helpful, is what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, that is basically the long and short of it. And now for our final topic today is the Neurodivergent Pupil Voice. It allows for kids at this school who are either autistic or dyslexic or have ADHD to once a term have a meeting with Miss Ferris and Mrs. Dewar to talk about things that impact us, whether it be positive or negative. This is relatively new, but the structure, format and purpose is extremely similar to the LGBTQ group, which, to put it simply, we are an advocacy group. We are also on the student parliament for the next time it meets. Like I said, this is relatively new, so we don't have many applicants or members, but there are 3 so far, I can remember at least, and that's me, Joshua, and student captain Helen MacDonald, who has dyslexia. Dyslexia is part of the neurodivergent umbrella, basically. I don't know much about it, unfortunately, but Helen will be making her own video on in explaining what dyslexia is, in round about the same way to what me and Josh are doing today. And just this one little last thing, I'd like to remind every single teacher who's watching that 2 things actually. One, when you treat us with respect and give us the tools we need to succeed, we're extremely thankful for that, because with these types of things, even though they may be little to you, they can help us to fly through our classes and at the end of the day walk out of school with a smile on our faces. And to the teachers who refuse to accept us and decide that your own bigotry is better than our mental well-being, know this: since the 2010 under the Equality Act, it has been illegal to discriminate against an autistic person in an educational setting. We thank you for your time and watching this. Goodbye.
Thank you and goodbye.